Welcome to the next episode of Cooking with the Kid. You know, when I threw out that first video, it was just an experiment to see if I could get anybody to watch or start to follow me. And by my amazement, quite a few people actually have already viewed the video and had some comments. People asked me why I was doing it. Well, the reason why I do it is I'm no chef. I just enjoy cooking. That's why it's called Cooking with the Kid. You know, and the purpose of me being able to do this or wanting to do this is so I could share with those folks who just enjoy cooking. You know, you don't have to be a pro in order to be able to do this. You just have to really have fun with it. And what I would like to continue to do with it is have you, the subscribers, pick and choose what each episode is. There's going to be some successes and there are going to be some failures. So it's all about us having fun. What I would also be doing is introducing some tips and tricks, some of these new gadgets that are coming out to help making cooking a little easy and fun. Today's episode, I should say, it's going to be taking place on a Saturday. And around this household, it's called Seafood Saturday. And you can't have Seafood Saturday without classic Bloody Mary. You got to be able to deal with the Bloody Mary. Side note, if you haven't had a chance to try it, try using smoked ice in your Bloody Mary. It is outstanding. One of the things I like to do before I actually get into the cooking itself is make sure that I am prepped. Have everything laid out. That way the process is so much smoother, so much easier as we go through this process. So as you can see, I've got everything laid out, what I'll be using tonight. We're going to get a closer look at the ingredients that we'll be using today. Pretty basic. As you can see, my Creole seasoning, I got some good old-fashioned Tony C's, or, you know, a good favorite of mine is the Xanarant. Simple ingredients. That's all we're using today. And tonight what we'll be cooking is, with it being Seafood Saturday, is blackened salmon with an avocado cucumber salsa, along with some quinoa and brown rice, chili and lime mixture. So we'll give that a shot and see how it goes. Cooking quinoa is pretty much like cooking your run-of-the-mill rice. So it's not, believe it or not, it's not minute rice, but the old-fashioned way where you actually have to spend time and the rice cooks for anywhere from 25 to 30 minutes. So what I did is I added 1.5 cups of chicken broth along with a cup of water, giving us 2.5 cups of liquid. And I'm going to throw a tablespoon of olive oil here. Turn my heat on, bring it to a boil. Our liquid and our oil up to a boil here, so I'm going to go ahead and add the quinoa in. Now, what I'm doing tonight is a quinoa and brown rice mixture. Someone asked me why quinoa. Well, it's a little bit healthier for you. You can use white rice, brown rice, noodles if you would like. Just got to give this a shot. It's my first time cooking with it, so we'll see how it goes. Stir that in. I'll bring it back to a boil, cover it, and we'll be good to go. As we got our quinoa going in the background, I'm going to go ahead and start on that avocado cucumber salsa that I spoke about. It's really basic and simple. So what I did is I diced up an avocado here, okay, about 1/2 cup of cucumbers. Got some cilantro here. I'll be using the cilantro in the quinoa a little bit later as well, and some red onions here, and you got some lime here. The lime will go into the mixture for a little bit of zest, and I'll add some salt. as our Kiwan gets closer to completion, we're going to go ahead and prep and get ready to start with our salmon. Very, very basic seasoning. I say I'm going to go ahead and use the Zanarans this time. Start my heat up. Throw a little olive oil pan. We're going to get that nice and hot. While that's heating up, we're going to go ahead and season this bad boy. Now, for those of you guys who like it spicy and hot, douse it as much as you possibly can. For those of you who don't, you know, like my wife, for example, she doesn't like a lot of spicy food, so I won't put as much on there. Go ahead and take care of that there. Flip these bad boys over. Hit them up again. I like mine a little bit spicier, so see me throw it on there a little bit more. This piece right here, not as much, because we are dealing with Creole seasoning, so it's got some of them spices, hot spices in there. It said, get that all nice and hot. Thing about cooking with, if you're cooking with a gas range, you got to make sure you keep an eye on it because it heats up a lot faster than those electrics. Give it a couple seconds. Turn the heat off on my Kiwan there. I think that's about done. While that heats up, I'm going to step back real quick. Don't forget the most important part, that Bloody Mary. Our oil is dancing pretty good. What I mean by dancing, it's rolling over the pan. Go ahead and slap this bad boy on here. You hear it sizzle a little bit. And what we're going to do that is for about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Get it nice and dark on one side, flip it over. This process right here is pretty easy. I'm going to go ahead and finish this bad boy here up, or these bad boys right here. You guys who are really into your side, you can tell this is my first time cooking with quinoa. I've been calling it everything under the book, but it's quinoa. What I'm looking for is the salmon's actually starting to turn white just a little bit on the surface here. We're going to give it just a few more seconds. Make sure we get all sides nice and going here. And for those of you guys who do a lot of cooking with fishes, I would recommend a fish turner. It just makes it a lot more simpler. Got a nice golden brown on that side, so the first side that we flipped over, we'll let it sit just a little bit longer and get that nice dark crisp that we're looking for. So look at our quinoa. Oh, look at that. Just like we want it. Like I say, if you're familiar with cooking rice, you get those nice air holes that comes through, and this is exactly what we're looking for. Now we're going to add a little cilantro. Some lime. Then we're going to fluff this up a little bit, get it nice and mixed. We'll be all set to plate up. I actually got a little avocado in there. Didn't want that. go ahead and hit that heat on the salmon because it's about ready. Add just a little bit more cilantro. A little bit more lime. There we have it, the finished plated product. Not bad for simple ingredients. Paired it with a simple red, a little bit lighter. Let's see how it tastes. Looks good. Thank you again for joining Cooking with the Kid.